Something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. These are some crazy lyrics from a crazy song. It's from Queens of the Stone Age. I'm sure you've heard the song before, but have you really considered the lyrics? What are you living for? Are you living for something beautiful? Is there something in your life, a passion, that drives you every single day? Well, I'm just a student, and my experience doesn't really go too far outside of this campus. However, I do run 5 student organizations on campus. I have had several jobs. I've worked in the Capitol, and I've had the misfortune of being an SGA senator. So I have some experience, and I've had to learn how to motivate other people. Learn that each and every one of you has something inside you that makes you different, that makes you special, just like Mommy, Daddy, and the crazy counselor told you, that can make you anything you want to be. You have a passion, a talent, a gift waiting inside you. And you're not just defined by what major you are or what clothes you wear or whatever. It's more than that. You have something inside you that can change the world. I want you to ask yourself, who are you? What it is you're going to do? And I want to invite you to go ahead and do it. First, who are you? You're the person that's going to change the world. You have to be. If not you, then we're going to have another Carrot Top or Paris Hilton. Everyone here has their own unique experiences. You have strengths and weaknesses that define you. And you can make them better. Through practice and effort, you can make every part of you stronger, better, faster, whatever. And it's true that you can't be the best at everything. You're probably not going to be better than Shaq at basketball. You probably won't be better at computer engineering than Bill Gates. But that's not the goal. While they have a strong competitive advantage, you don't need to beat them. You just need to be effective. You need to be competitive. There's a difference between competitive and absolute advantage. There might be one person that's better at someone at everything. Truman might be better at me than speaking, running, swimming, jumping, anything. But it doesn't matter. Because he can't do all those things at once. I can do at least one of those things. And while he's not jumping, man, I can jump hard. I can jump strong. I can jump fast. Now I want you to engage your purpose. You were put here for a reason. Now I'm not going to go too metaphysical on you, but you're capable of anything ever. Think of your heroes. Think of celebrities. Think of anybody. Anybody's name you can imagine that someone else would know too. You're capable of what they've done. Whether it's Harriet Tubman or Gandhi, it doesn't matter. They were human. They were flesh, blood, and bone. You have all that. And you know what? Those people didn't have money. They didn't have great clothes. They didn't have great connections. They had a purpose. They had an idea. I can think of ideas. I know you can too. If you weren't here for a reason, then you wouldn't have made it this far. You're in the top third of all people in the most prosperous country in the world. Congratulations for making it this far. You can go further. You have such an advantage right now over so much of the world. Grasp it. Use it. And it doesn't have to be big. You can start by just changing the world around you. Your immediate world, inside these 4 walls. Say hi to the person next to you. Brighten up their day. It's gloomy outside. Think of every time you've ever needed a hello or a hug, and how much it meant when you got one. You just changed that person's life for the better. Even if it was only temporary, you changed it. There's an enormously unestimated power in the people around you. Help others, help yourself. By helping others, you do help yourself. It's called prosocial behavior. It's a psychology term. But what that means is by helping another person, you're helping a community, you're helping your local environment. And if other people around you are happy and feeling good about themselves and being proactive and productive, well, there's no option for you but to be the same. You are in your environment. Now think even bigger. Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Look around you. There's problems everywhere. You hear it on the news, you hear it everywhere. But there's even more solutions. And this is where it gets fuzzy. There's so many solutions, you have to wade through the opinions of your friends and the opinions of reporters, or even the preconceived notions you got from your parents growing up in their house. You have to research. Answers may not be what you expect, and they may not be popular. Give you a brief anecdote. When I was a senator, I was called everything from racist to being a bigot to just an obnoxious person because I stood up for what I believe in. There were so many times I had to vote, and I was the only no vote because I didn't think we had the authority to do that. And speaking for everyone, as it's supposed to be a representative body, speaking for everyone at FSU, I knew it wasn't right to speak for you in these instances. There will be hardships in change. Turns out, not very many people like change, despite the rhetoric you hear. You'll be called names, you'll be harassed, you'll be yelled at, you'll be demeaned, you'll feel the worst you can ever feel the moment you start trying. You might even change yourself. But Winston Churchill said, you have enemies? Good. That means you stood up for something sometime in your life. This is the fundamental barrier to the reason that there's so many people in the world and so few heroes. People are scared. You're risk averse. It's just easier to let things go, to not try to change the world, to just blend in. People will fight you, but it's your job to struggle to adhere to your own principles. To conclude, here you are, lecture after lecture, in different classes, listening to what it takes to change the world. What are you going to do? Why are you waiting? Go out today and succeed. Make a difference in the world. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
Must be a